Hey everyone, Aaron and Joe here, ready to bring you the insight to movies, music, and many more entertainment topics. Our goal is to give you the news you're looking for in the world of entertainment while providing you with our thoughts and opinions on the latest news in the entertainment industry.
We hope you all enjoy the discussion, but we also need your input. It's right there in the name. You name it, we say it. Comments on our videos, comments on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find those in our description below. Or slide in our DMs. The most liked comment of the week will be featured and answered on our podcast. Comment a question you have, and maybe you'll be the winner. If you stick around till the end, why not hit that red subscribe button and the bell below to get notified when we release a new video. And Joe, how about we get this show on the roll?
So Aaron,
What's going on?
there's a lot of drama in the DC entertainment world right now.
What DC entertainment world? All I see is the MCU, man.
I know, really. But going back to DC, they just put out Justice League a few months ago.
Oh, yeah.
And we could say it was mixed reviews. It wasn't all negative, wasn't all positive. It was mixed.
How did you feel about it?
Again, mixed.
Okay, personally,
I think it's a fun film, but it could have been so much better.
they could have brought Superman into it a little bit better, I think. He played a very interesting role.
Yes, I mean, Superman's part at the end of the film was perfect, but they could have brought him in earlier in the film, and they could have done something a little bit different with him. I mean, we needed a little bit more time with him on the team.
He seemed like he was God compared to everyone else. That's the vibe I got from it.
But that is Superman. That is the character of Superman. He's vulnerable, but he is the most powerful member on the Justice League.
For sure. I guess they wanted to portray that, but there may have been a better way, too.
Absolutely. The villain was atrocious in that movie.
Talk about terrible CGI. They rushed that.
They did.
There's no explaining that.
Yes. But going back to the DC news, I mean, they do have great films in their DCFU, their DC film universe.
Wonder Woman.
Called. Wonder Woman. I love Man of Steel. I think more enjoyable than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman
Really?
is a better film, but I just have this great connection with Man of Steel and the Superman character.
After watching Wonder Woman, I really got this connection with Wonder Woman. Like, I don't know, I can't tell you. I didn't get a connection like that till I watched another Marvel film. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Different feeling though.
Let's talk about Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman.
Let's not.
My main question to you, Aaron, and to our viewers: can the DC films, keep up with Marvel Studios films?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think they can at all. But I will say this. DC can save themselves. The way they're going right now, I don't see good things happening. They can save themselves by following Marvel's lead, by having a connected universe, by not only that, by maybe adding a little bit more comedy into the film. And unless they follow Marvel's lead and live in the shadow, they won't get anywhere. And I'm talking about living in the shadow like Android and Apple. Everyone uses Apple until that one time that they have a problem with Apple, they'll go to Android. And that's what DC is there for, and that's what they're going to continue to be there for.
Yes. My opinion on this subject. First of all, I want to say I believe Marvel Studios is the pioneers in the superhero genre.
Look at the Avengers pre-sale tickets.
Oh my god, it's incredible. And I mean...
amazing.
Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios under Disney, is doing such a great job at directing where the films need to go.
Oh, for sure.
Who's going to direct the films? What is the story of the films? And who are the actors that are going to play these iconic superheroes in these films?
And the continuity of all these films together as well.
Absolutely. He's the great captain of the ship.
Oh, sure.
Now, that being said, going back to DC and can it keep up? I think it can, but
Really?
but it's going to take them a while from now.
Oh, for sure. Wait. When was Iron Man 1 released?
2008.
2008?
Yes.
So
May
we're
of
talking about
2008.
at least 10 years for DC.
I'll say 5.
5?
I won't say 10. It can happen. I think it's going to take a little bit shorter than that. I think it's going to be around 5. Let's put it this way. They got Aquaman coming out this December. He didn't even use his Aquaman powers in Justice League, so
yeah, no, he used...
we should call him Trident Man instead of Aquaman. But I think the director, James Wan, will do a great job in completing this film. After that, we have Shazam coming out next year in 2019.
That's going to be good.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a fun one.
Changing it up a little bit.
Exactly. Then after that, we have Wonder Woman 2 coming out.
Everyone's excited for that.
Everyone is. My question is, where the hell is Man of Steel 2? Where the hell is the Batman? Where the hell is the Flash? And lastly, where the hell is Green Lantern? They are missing these iconic DC superheroes. I mean, they need to get the main characters out first before they start off with smaller characters, such as, I have to say, it's Suicide Squad. That could have waited a little while.
Suicide Squad could have definitely waited a while. We could have had individual individual movies for these villains, just explaining a little bit more about them. And that's where I actually wanted to go with Justice League. Mm-hmm. Justice League's timing was awful.
Bad timing.
I really wish that they would have came out with a Cyborg film before that. Explain a little bit more about
Flash.
who Cyborg is. Flash for sure. Talk about a little bit more about who the Flash is. We have some character development as far as learning these characters are in the film, but not for everyone, and especially for those critical characters like Cyborg. We didn't learn much about him. They say that we're going to learn more about him in the future, but what good does that do us now?
The chemistry was great in Justice League between the heroes, but like you said, the character development was awful.
Exactly.
And the story, and the villain, and the CGI.
There was a lot.
There was a lot. But, again,
there was also good.
We want to be positive.
Yeah, there was also good.
Wonder Woman, fantastic as always.
Looking great like always.
Batman was good. I think Ben Affleck is done with the role, as we hear in all the rumors and everything.
I was reading a rumor this morning. Said that he really should start backing out of that contract.
Yes. Henry Cavill as Superman, I say, is as good as Christopher Reeve as Superman. He plays the modern Superman very, very well.
I agree with that.
The Flash, Ezra Miller, very comedic. I thought he fit the role. Not my first pick.
No,
not my first pick. Ezra Miller, he's a known actor, but he's not that big name actor that people might want to see in the Flash role.
So, you know what confuses me talking about the Flash now? We have the Flash TV series, and we have the Flash in Justice League now here. Why can't we use the same Flash? Like, where's the problem with that now?
Because the studios think it will cause too much confusion between the show and the movies.
Why not link him into the movies? This is this is something that they could have been doing. This is development that could have been, I don't know how long the Flash has been out, but this is something that could have been a year in the making.
You're absolutely right. But I will say also, going back on the Flash TV show, DC's TV shows on the CW are succeeding.
That's their niche?
Yes, they are very popular. And this is where I'm going to go with this. I grew up on mostly DC superheroes compared to Marvel superheroes because I was introduced to them in the Batman the Animated Series cartoon, which is...
Me too.
Which is perfection. It really is.
The Joker, one of the best
Mark
of all
Hamill's
time.
The Joker is the Joker to me. More than Heath Ledger, I have to say.
No, me too. That's the childhood right there as far as who the Joker is.
Superman the Animated Series, again, portrayed Superman perfectly.
How about Spider-Man the Animated Series?
Yes.
That was as much as a childhood experience to me as Batman was.
Yes. Can we just say how 90s the Spider-Man animated series was? It was
wonderful.
And if
it lives on today.
If you go to Universal Studios in Orlando and ride the Spider-Man ride, it feels like you're in that 90s cartoon.
They did update it a little bit, but they kept that nostalgia to it.
Yes.
They knew they had to.
But that being said, also moving on to the Justice League cartoon, I grew up on that, and that portrayed all the heroes and villains perfectly. But now the tide has changed. I think DC does their characters and stories perfectly as TV format. Marvel does their characters and stories superbly, dare I say, not to be corny, in film. We have Avengers Infinity War coming out this April, last Friday of April 27th.
And to add to that, first film ever, not first film ever, but first film being showed outside of a documentary that's going to be filmed only using IMAX cameras. Most films that come out are actually made with 2/3 regular film, and about a third of the scenes are filmed with the IMAX camera for action scenes.
Yeah.
but that really shows how much action's really going to be in this film.
Oh, this film is going to break the box office. People are going to be running to the theater for the next 2 weeks after it's out.
We're talking about a film 10 years in the making
10
now.
years in the making, yep.
Do you think he'll get the stones?
Who, Thanos?
Yes.
I think he will.
You think he will?
Oh, yeah. And
is it going to happen in part 1?
It's going to happen in part 1. They're going to leave it as a cliffhanger towards part 2.
Towards part 2?
Yes, I think we're going to see a lot of death in Infinity War.
But we can talk about that more in a separate episode.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to be doing a review.
Oh, for sure. We're going to be doing some interviews on site for the grand opening.
Yep,
grand opening for the premiere.
So look out for that, guys. And we want us to hear from you guys what you want us to talk about in terms of Marvel or DC films. Please let us know.
Anything else out there. You know, we got music, movies, TV, just about everything.
Exactly. Lastly, in conclusion, Aaron, what I want to point out and wrap up, the future for Marvel Studios is looking extremely bright.
Oh, yeah.
They know where they're going with their films. They've been doing it for 10 years. DC, it's a bumpy ride right now.
You know,
Justice League is mixed. And if Aquaman sinks, not to be corny again, it's going to be even bumpier. I don't even know if they are going to want to pursue doing DC superhero films after that for a while. What do you think, Aaron?
For sure. If Aquaman fails, it's going to be a big blow to DC. But at the end of the day, there's still a market for it. Even if it's terrible, people are still going to see it. Even if they're making a profit, they're still going to keep pushing these out till they get it right. I don't think they're ones to quit until they get it right. They got their TV series down. They're going to have some money to work with while using that. I see they're going to get into it. It's just going to take time.
Absolutely. Again, going to take them quite a few more years to keep up with Marvel. But I think it'll happen. I think they're going to reach a point where their films are equal to Marvel. I don't know about better.
They need a connected universe.
They do, and they need more Wonder Womans. They need more Man of Steels. That quality. We don't need quality such as Suicide Squad. That was a hot mess.
We need classic Batman. I'm not talking about Adam West classic. I'm talking about, like,
Detective Batman.
Exactly.
Detective Batman. Batman the Animated Series Batman portrayed his detective side, his vigilante side, emotional and brutal side perfectly. We need that in a live-action film.
Hopefully we'll get it one day, but only time will tell. Please let us know what you think in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
That does it for us here on today's episode of You Name It, We Say It Entertainment. We post videos almost every day on topics that interest us and you, our listeners, throughout the week, and wrap it all up with our podcast show.
As always, follow us on our social media pages, and please send us a topic you would like us to talk about. The most liked comment of the week will be featured and answered on Sundays in our podcasts. If you enjoyed, please give us a subscribe and hit the bell for notifications on our new videos. We appreciate the support and stay tuned for more content. You name it, we say it, out.